something that I just had to kind of make a video about, and that is I had just got through posting a post about the Lord having it be where we are always where we think that just because it's the end times that we just quit, we just stop moving, and we start making bunkers and stuff like that. And the Lord didn't ask us to. He told us to have faith in Him and to look towards Him and to be guided by Him. He also said in the end times that He did give us direction, and that was to go to the mount. Going to the mount is actually facing the Lord and turning away from our earthly desires and looking towards Him. He said, when we see these signs, and we have seen these signs. And actually the thing is, in a lot of people's lifetime, they've all seen some signs that were similar to these. Today, we are seeing a massive amount of these signs. And I think He did this because, again, He knew that us as human beings, we were going to have it to where people are going to be alive, get old, then die. Then, of course, have children. Their children are alive, get old, and die. And I think that we've also forget that in the end times, the Lord said that He was going to raise the dead up to where they were also going to, whether they were righteous or irrighteous, to meet the Lord. And so I think we forget that the Lord did not give us a time so that we would, all of us, no matter what time frame you are born from, you will always keep watch and keep your eyes on Him. And so, gosh, I forgot what I was going to say at first, but something that the Lord kind of, put into my heart was that it's okay to still live for the Lord, but always remember to go to the top of the mount when we see these signs. And today we're seeing a significant amount of these signs of the end times. And I even also had visions and dreams about end times as well. And the Lord came to get me as well, and He changed my entire perspective. But He also changed my entire perspective over my entire life. I was ready to die. I was ready. I didn't see any point in life. I didn't see anything else. I thought I was right in my thought process. I was wrong. My thing was, I was ready to leave this world because I was so hurt by it. I was so angry about life, and I was so angry about the fact that life just, to me, wasn't worth living. Now that I spent years with the Lord in my walk with Him, I see Him. I no longer see myself. My choices in life is a lot. And I'm thinking, I started to get concerned. I'm like, oh my God, Lord, I'm not used to having, these thoughts about forwarding and being forward in life, about relationships. I never thought about relationships. I thought about myself before. I didn't think about going out being active, but when I did, I was thinking about it for myself because I wanted to look good for myself. I wanted my body to look good. I wanted to go out and have fun, but not for doing it with other people. Smiling, being happy, enjoying other people's company, talking with other people, being a light to other people. And the things that I pray for my niece and my nephews is the same thing that I'm starting to realize that I need to be out there doing the same thing. I pray for my nephew to have a friend who's Christian, who's going to lead her into all things righteous and true, because I'm always concerned that, us as family, we're family. Sometimes we don't always see what it is that they're going through. But a lot of times when you have a friend, you can tell them your hopes, your dreams, and everything. So, having that person is always good. And then the other thing that I started to realize is, like, even this podcast, I never had the idea to go out there and speak the word. There's only two, and the Lord had to kind of tell me, like, there's only two kingdoms. The only way that you would have wanted to go out there and speak the word is if He put it in you, is if He put it in me. And so now I can see that doing this podcast, speaking the word, wanting to forward His kingdom, wanting to talk about Him, wanting to relay the message comes from Him, not from myself, and definitely does not come from the enemy. The enemy had me thinking in destructiveness, ready to die, not loving life. He also taught me that He is life. He is the living. He told me about the heavenly kingdom and who he is, to see when we seek first the heavenly kingdom, we ask for his qualities. The evil one has false qualities. Like when we think that we are, when we say that we are doing self-care, it's good to care about yourself and to love yourself, because he says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So then you have to love yourself too and have self-care with the Lord as well, right? So what's the right way of doing it? Well, the right way of doing it is loving who he has created you and who he has born, who you are. You're not going to want the worst fruit. You're going to want the best fruit. So you're going to pick the best fruit because it's nice and juicy and tastes really good, right? But would you give your neighbor the worst fruit or the best fruit? Well, if you want the best fruit, then you need to give your neighbor the best fruit too. So when you don't give them anything terrible. These are qualities that the Lord wants us to have. He wants us to treat other people the way that we would want to be treated. But at the same time, let's say we wanted to give the Lord a gift. Where we're going to give him the biggest fruit that we have, the best quality, the first fruits, or we're going to give him the leftovers, the picked overs, the smaller ones, the really small fruit that we don't even want. We want big strawberries, right? But then when we give to the Lord, we're going to give him those teeny tiny strawberries, the ones that are small and have no significance. No. The thing is, even Israel went through this bad attitude when they began to, instead of bringing their best flocks to the Lord that were blemishless and that were fruitful, they brought the ones that were sickly and that had blemish. They wanted those flocks out, so they brought those to the temple to be sacrificed. These animals were having problems. Maybe one eye was not going in the right direction. They were sickly. They were feeble. And they were basically giving the Lord the worst of their flock. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, do we do that? Do we do that to the Lord? Do we give him the worst of us? Do we really give him our worst self? Do we really give him the worst of, or the last bits, or do we give him our best? Who are we and what do we give him? All right, that's it.